Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
That's complete to John Ross. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The Vikings at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Showed some solid running, strong running, and then he's corralled just beyond the 10. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 43. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A first down throw for Cousins. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, Prescott. It's caught. Tompkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Prescott now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Zadarius Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Again, it's Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Play action now, Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Prescott off play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Prescott yet again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 72 yards rushing for it here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit, the clock. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 78 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Cousins. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, Cousins rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late.
And Prescott, his third interception. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
2nd down and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
149 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down and goal. Cousins out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Third and goal for Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What a stand there defensively. They force the third and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 36 yards on the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Pollard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Here's Pollard again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Third and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins here to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And here's Ryan Wright now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Tompkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL